Thanks, Beverly, for speaking with us here at World Travel Market. First of all, we noticed that St. Lucia has its own stand with support from the private sector here. You haven't had your own stand in a while at WTM. What is it important to have it now?
Well, you know that the UK is an incredibly important market for St. Lucia, and one of the reasons that we're here is because a real cooperation between the private and public sector, and as you can see, we have several of our hotel partners here with us. We really want to expand our presence. You'll find that this is just one of the elements of our overall marketing strategy here in the UK. You might have seen our wonderful St. Lucian taxi cabs running around the city, incredible print advertising, will be on television in a few weeks. So we really are making sure that we inspire people to visit St. Lucia.
And there seems to be a lot of excitement surrounding Saint Lucia Tourism these days. I was talking to a friend of mine in New York, says he's been seeing a lot of St. Lucia these days. What's driving this?
Well, first of all, we've had a banner year. Year to date, we are up 7.9%, and so that's extremely significant. But also we are seeing that there's just so many opportunities, new developments, things that are happening on St. Lucia. Of course, you've heard about the Royal St. Lucia Turf Club that will be opening in December, but that's just one of the many things that's happening in St. Lucia.
You touched that Royal St. Lucia Turf Club with this thoroughbred contest and so on. How significant is this to St. Lucia's tourism?
Well, you know, it definitely is the sport of kings, and certainly this will be the richest race in the region. But it's also a part of our overall development of the South. We see St. Lucia's South Side as a real opportunity for us. Hotel development, of course the new airport, our recently signed MOU between Royal Caribbean and Carnival Cruise Line. So we really see a lot of opportunity for St. Lucia as a whole, but definitely in the South.
And that MOU that involves the two major cruise lines and St. Lucia, that's taking over and managing on one of your already cruise port, but building a second one. Is that the greater emphasis we're seeing on cruise as well?
Well, I think that they're equally important. The land-based visitors certainly have a more significant spend, but we see our cruise passengers as opportunities for people to come back as land visitors. So our cruise conversion program is important, and our MOU is actually a partnership. So a partnership to enhance the Port of Castries and then to build a home porting facility in the South.
And for home porting, and I was speaking to Grenada's minister earlier this morning, who saw the St. Lucia home porting as something that will be good for the Southern Caribbean and cruising. Agreed?
Absolutely, and that's so important because no one destination makes an itinerary, and so we feel that this is a real opportunity to build cruising in the Southern Caribbean. And it also expands air capabilities. So there's so many opportunities. Again, there's just so much happening in St. Lucia.
So you've mentioned already the rise in arrivals overall, but we can't not talk about Thomas Cook and the impact it possibly have had on St. Lucia. How are you making up for the loss?
Well, British Airways announced 2 additional flights in July and August, so that is a great start. It certainly won't make up for the full loss of both those entities, but we are working diligently. We had some very productive conversations here at World Travel Mart, and our goal is to ensure that we continue to grow market share. We've had growth in 17, growth in 18, growth in 19, so we definitely are looking forward to growth in 2020-21.
You seem quite optimistic about the future of tourism.
Well, I feel that I am always optimistic about the Caribbean, and St. Lucia is just such a wonderful offering, and so I think that we have so much to offer in our region.